Good day everyone, I am Alexa Hilamon and I will explain my NFA designs for this activity. So first is NFA number 1. So this NFA accepts all binary strings that contain the substring 010 or the substring 100. So from this, the start state is Q0. From Q0, the automation loops on both 0 and 1, so the machine can continue reading symbols until it detects one of the required substrings. So the upper branch here checks for the substring 010, and from Q0 reading 0 goes to Q1. From Q1 reading 1 goes to Q2, and from Q2 reading 0 goes to Q5, which is the accepting state. So the lower branch checks for the substring 100, from Q0 reading 1 goes to Q3, and from Q3 reading 0 goes to Q4, and from Q4 reading 0 goes to Q5 and the accepting state. So once the machine reaches Q5, it stays accepted because Q5 loops on both 0 and 1. So this means the NFA accepts any string containing either 010 or 100 anywhere in the string. So now I will explain NFA number 2. So this NFA accepts strings with an even number of zeros and an odd number of ones. So the automaton uses 4 states to track parity. So Q0 represents even zeros and even ones, Q1 represents even zeros and odd ones, and Q2 represents odd zeros and even ones, and Q3 represents odd zeros and odd ones. So the start state is Q0 because the empty string contains 0 zeros and 0 ones, which are both even, and the accepting state is Q1 because it represents even number of zeros and odd number of ones. So whenever the machine reads a 0, the parity of zeros change, and whenever it reads a 1, the parity of ones changes. And so the transition between states correctly track these changes until the machine reaches the accepting state Q1. And therefore, this NFA correctly accepts all the strings with an even number of zeros and an odd number of ones. So that is the end of my explanation. Thank you so much.